Hi friends, my name is Allison Hadley and I'm the creator of the Just a Phase Moon Planner, and I'm really excited to start this Follow the Moon challenge with you. For those of you that don't know me, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself. You should know that I don't have a single bit of Capricorn in my body, so I'm going to do my best today to try to explain how the challenge is going to work, kind of set everything up for you. A few little resources and information just to make sure that everyone is connected with all of the things that not just I do, but specifically are related to the Just a Phase Moon Planner. So I'm going to do my best to stay on task and do that sort of, just get that sort of Capricorn maintenance, housekeeping things out of the way for this first day of the challenge. But how the rest of the challenge will be working is I want to encourage everybody to grab a mala if you have one. We will also be pulling oracle cards. We're going to tap into a couple different resources for all of the zodiac signs, just to kind of give you an overview of each sign. So we'll be going through a different sign every time that we meet here on YouTube, and I'm recording these, but I will be live in the chat. So if you have any questions, I will be there to help you. So hi, future Allison. And yeah, say hello. You can watch this anytime. It will be a good way to start out your day because we will be doing a mantra every morning to help you connect to that zodiac signs element. We will also be picking an oracle card to help you tap into that zodiac signs chakra. And then we'll also be just talking about the moon phases, sharing different aspects or different resources for astrology information, because the point of the Just a Phase Moon Planner for me is to see how you relate to each of the zodiac signs and each of the phases, and so that you're able to figure out your own personal cycle, because it's going to be different for everybody. So I just want to share a couple of different resources that might be different from what you are receiving from me in the Just a Phase Moon Planner, just to see what different energies you connect to personally and not just taking my word for granted. So a couple of different things. Well, welcome and hello to anybody who is here. A couple of things one of the reasons I created the Just a Phase Moon Planner was because I was using 3 or 4 different planners. I was using an astrology planner, a moon planner, a witch planner, and then I have journals, and I have a regular journal, a dream journal, and then I have it was just too much. So I tried to combine all of the different things that I am interested in into one planner. And I also find that my brain works differently, and I was having trouble with some of the layouts of moon planners, just weren't really working for me. So quite honestly, this planner was created for me, but I found that there were a lot more people out there looking for it. So hi and thank you and welcome for everyone who has joined the Just a Phase Planner community, and for welcome back to those who have been with us for a while. The other resources that even though I tried to put everything all into one planner, the other resources that I use, I'm going to share with you here. So one really good resource is this heretimeanddate.com. This is a really great place to check for the moon rise and moon set time. So this is a really great resource to help you find. Oh, they do have. I was just thinking, wouldn't it be nice if they had an app? So it looks like they do have an app. So this is just a nice time. So for example, today, well, honestly, I think I could not find, see, as I'm recording this early, I'm recording this on December 28th, and it says 11:18 a.m. However, it's 12:18 where I am. So this is Central Time, but I don't see that noted anywhere. But anyways, just for example, definitely check your time. So today the moon rose at 7:32 a.m. and it's going to set today at 4:42 a.m. Now, the moon's path doesn't exactly follow the sun's path, but it's pretty close to it, meaning it will rise in the east. So figure out what direction is east for you. And then it will set in the west. It's like sometimes it kind of shifts a little. Sometimes it's a little more southeast for me. And then it also changes throughout the year too, just in the same way that the sun does. It kind of like shifts a little bit, or actually it might be the earth that's shifting, but I don't know the really scientific details. And that's why I use websites like this. So this kind of tells you when you should be able to see it in the sky. However, because it is rising and setting during the day, it's going to be, and because the light is so that there is no light specifically on the new moon, so you won't be able to see it during the day. I typically don't really notice the moon in the sky until it gets more closer to the first quarter, and then obviously as we get closer to the full moon, because as you can see, it gradually rises earlier in the day and then starts to set in the early hours of the morning. So that's when the light is brighter and we are actually seeing it. When you look up at night above, like when it's in the 12 o'clock position, that's when you're able to see it, when the moon is brighter. But anyways, this is kind of a neat resource. I mean, you could, once we get into the more crescent phases, you might be able to see it during the day. But like I said, I typically don't see it until later in the moon cycle. But so this website's a really nice one to have. This is my favorite app. It is called Deluxe Moon. And I'm just noticing now that, well, the website is deluxemoon.com, but you can find it in your app store. And the reason that I like this is because I'm actually finding, like, now that I'm pulling up the website has a lot of information on here. But so the app itself is a particularly good resource to have for shading in your moon phases, because you can just, well, actually, let me switch over to, because you can just switch through the moon phases day by day, so that it gives you an idea of when you should be or how you should be color shading in your moon phases if you haven't done that already. So this today, January 2nd, we are on the new moon, so that's already darkened in for you on your calendar. And then as you see, it won't be until around January 5th that we actually start to see some light on the right side here. So I love this app. I use it to color in my moon phases, and I use it if I'm somewhere where I don't have my calendar and I have to check what phase the moon is in. It has the moon rise sign, but it doesn't have, or the moon rise time, but it doesn't have the moon set. So that's why I use the time and date. Some other resources specifically related to the Just a Phase Moon Planner. You'll notice on Facebook that we have a group and we have a page. The page is for the public. It is called the Just a Phase Moon Planner. Just note that the group, it'll say private group here, and it has the IT''S. It's Just a Phase Moon Planner group. The page is Just a Phase Planner page. I know that's confusing, but make sure that you are in the Facebook group, because that is more private, and that is where we will be sharing our weekly spread, sharing our journey. I also pick oracle cards for the week. I do my best to get them to you by Monday. So, for example, this post is from last week. I put it out on Friday, and that gives me time to pull cards for everybody over the weekend so that you have it on Monday. So, what else do we have? Oh, so other resources for your finding your birth chart. I prefer astro.com. There is also Cafe Astrology is a really popular one. And both of they're almost identical, the Cafe Astrology and the astro.com, so that you can pull up your birth chart if you haven't already. I also really, really love everything that Chani Nicholas has to offer. You can get your chart here. Her book is You Were Born for This. It's incredible for your sun, moon, and rising sign. A huge resource that helped me understand my birth chart. And I've been studying astrology for a really long time, and it helped unlock these like little keys that I felt like I was missing. So definitely check out her book. She also does horoscopes, and she also has an app that I love, and totally recommend it. I just noticed these guides for 2022 for each individual sign. So I'm excited to check those out too. I love her YouTube, Star Powered. That's really cool too. Everything that she does, I love. So those are just really great resources for you. What was this? Oh yeah, that was the time and date. Okay. But I really, really, really would love you to join the Facebook group. So come hang out with us over there. So I think that's all of the Capricorn stuff. Really, like if you know me already, I'm pretty scatterbrained. I'm pretty all over the place. So I do my best to be on time. And I personally am going to try to harness this Capricorn energy as best I can at the beginning of the year, because it helps set the tone for the rest of the year. It lays a foundation. And that sort of thing. So I really do my best. If I'm ever delayed or late on anything, please know that it's me not being able to get my shit together. I don't mean to let you down. I hope that I'm not. I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing it all by myself. And I also run my own massage business, and that's not easy running on my own either. So please know that I do the best that I can, and I really do want to be here for you. So if you're ever like, why didn't we get our card today, or why didn't I'll get it to you eventually. I'm just slow and scatterbrained, and the Just a Phase Moon Planner really helps me in that way, because on Earth days, on Capricorn days, on Virgo days, on Taurus days, I try to grab on to that energy as best I can and utilize it, because I know I'm just going to be floating off into space the rest of the time, the rest of the moon cycle. So make sure that you are joining the Facebook group. But let's kind of check in. So let's start with just kind of getting grounded and centered. I'm going to be talking about the Earth Star Chakra today, which is a foot below your feet. So the chakra is even lower than your root chakra, which most people are familiar with. I'll be talking about the root chakra again tomorrow, as well as for the other earth signs, and we kind of mix them out throughout the zodiac signs. So I specifically love the Earth Star Chakra for Capricorn energy because it's the Earth Star Chakra connects us like deep within the earth to the center of the earth. Our root chakra still does that too, but the Earth Star Chakra, because it's in the earth but it's still part of our energetic field, it's like the merging of our energy with the earth's energy. The root is like a connection, whereas the earth star chakra is almost like a merging of the two energies. At least that's how I feel about it. So it connects us with our ancestors. It connects us with the bones of our ancestors that are literally in the center of the earth or have decomposed over centuries of time. If you really want to go deep down that rabbit hole, you could even consider it like the bones of your past lives that have decomposed within the earth as well. So having that connection. It's also a connection to the collective on this planet, which is a different energy. It's a different energy to the crown chakra and the soul star chakra, which connects us to the entire universe. This is specifically like this planet's energy and all of the life that has lived here on this planet specifically. So we will be working with a mala every day. This is just a really great way to start out your day to help you get grounded and centered no matter what mantra you are using. It still just helps pull you into your body and start your day off on a positive level. And we will specifically be connecting to the elements of the zodiac sign that we were working with. So also grab a cup of tea, a cup of coffee. I've got a smoothie today. So if you have not worked with a mala, how this works, if you don't have a mala, you can still do this with me, because basically all a mala is doing is counting the number of times that you are reciting the mantra. So I will be counting for you if you don't have one. There are many places that you can purchase a mala, specifically Etsy. I had some for you all to purchase that I have made, but somebody bought all of them right before Christmas. So I don't have any for you right now, but I hope to get them back in stock as soon as possible. I have the book covers that need to be restocked as well, but if you don't have a mala, I can be counting for you. So you start, there's a central bead here with a tassel. So you start on one side of that main bead here. The guru bead is what it's called. And then you go around the entire necklace until you come all the way back to the center, and you end with the large bead, the guru bead. Each chakra has a different seed mantra. And for the Earth Star Chakra, we are going to use Hum, H-U-M, and it is a shortened version of Mani Padme Hum. So you can choose to use that, but just for time's sake today, I'm going to just use Hum. And that again is connecting you to the Earth Star Chakra. So if it helps to close your eyes and visualize just going deep within the earth and visualizing your energy connecting with the earth energy and the ancient wisdom, the ancient knowledge from your past lives and your ancestors' past lives and all of that. So let's just get started here. Oh, I guess I will try to film it here. If you would like to have a visual sort of meditation, that might be helpful too. Okay, so take a deep breath, and here we go. Hum, 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 hum. And just kind of take deep breaths whenever you feel that you need to. Hum, 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 mane padme hum, mane padme hum. So see how you feel like your body just comes into center. Probably should have done that first thing to start off today so that things went more smoothly, but I just really needed to get that housekeeping stuff out of the way. So while we are still in the zone here, I'm going to pick an Earth Star card for anyone who's watching now, anyone who's watching later, for this new moon in Capricorn. This is card number 5, and it is Soul Memory. Find the balance and beauty in being present while drinking from the wisdom of the past. There is gold to be mined from what no longer is, and precious nuggets to be tilled from what is hidden. Sojourn in the deep, travel for a while, back in time to receive the lessons still active for you. The greatest gifts await you when you give yourself permission to go back and within. To retrieve them, you cannot live in your memory, but it is good and advised to visit. The crystal here that they recommend is black kyanite, and the herb is myrrh. I love that these cards recommend a crystal, because that is what I find the best way to connect to earth energy. If you have any trouble, oh look, we have some black kyanite right here. Black kyanite is, as you can see, it kind of looks like a broom, so that's a really great way to remember that it absorbs negative energy. It looks like a broom, but think of it as a vacuum. It kind of just sucks all the negative energy out. I carry this a lot with me. You can also use it to clear your crystals, and That's my favorite way to tap into earth energy, but of course there's also wood. So physical objects like the desk that you're writing on, the chair that you're sitting on, found objects like sticks and twigs are a really great way to connect to earth energy, if you're not really a rock hound kind of person. So one of the resources that I have here to share with you about Capricorn energy is, actually let me pull up the cover so that you can see. This book is called The 12 Faces of the Goddess, and it is by Daniel Blackwood. Transform your life with astrology, magic, and the sacred feminine. So this book divides the zodiac signs into goddess archetypes. But I really love the way that she describes each of the different zodiac signs. So I'm just going to skip around a little bit. So the biggest thing for me is to really look at the season. It's really helpful that we are starting off with a Capricorn moon in Capricorn season, because it's easy to tap into that energy. Like, what is winter season like for you in your area? Most of the information that I collect is Celtic knowledge, and Celtic weather was different back then than it is now, and it's different from where I currently live today than it was then. But specifically, the Capricorn season marked the middle of winter, or the start of winter. December 21st is the first day of winter. It's also the winter solstice and the longest night of the year. So from that point on, the days will gradually get lighter until we reach the spring equinox, and then continue throughout the year. It gets brighter, and then we will shift back at the summer solstice to start darkening. So when you think of winter, what do you think of? Personally, for me, I think of the sky, and how when you look up, all you can see is the sky and bare trees. It's like so I think of Capricorn energy as being like these light sky blue kind of colors, grays, like the gray bark of the tree, like when I look up at the sky in the winter. So I think of like neutral colors, grays, browns, beiges, because the life has fallen. We've gone through the fall. The leaves that did have bright colors are now lying on the ground, and all that's left is the bark. And that is kind of the place that we are all supposed to be. We've shed things off, released things that don't serve us, and now we're trying to build our foundation. And just like the roots of the tree, our energy is going underground. We're shooting our energy, connecting to the Earth Star Chakra, connecting to our root chakra, and kind of growing and rebuilding and storing your nutrients. And you're trying to survive the winter. So Capricorn is good at doing that sort of thing. Capricorns are really good at making do with very little, with your shortages throughout the winter. When there's less heat, there's less light, but they're still able to thrive, and they're able to grow, and they're able to achieve and able to accomplish. So Daniel Blackwood says, around December 21st, we turn to face the longest night of the year, the winter solstice, which marks the beginning of Capricorn season. Capricorn is a cardinal earth sign, meaning we are once again at the gateway of a new season, in this case winter, and connected to the strong foundational energy of the earth element. Echoing the season it's rooted in, Capricorn is about defining life purpose by pruning away the excess of the sign that precedes it, Sagittarius, and committing to the long view. So Sagittarius is kind of known for not really committing because they're just their eye is set on something new and bright and different in the next adventure. Whereas Capricorn is like, no, we are in this. You made this decision. You're going to do it. We're finishing this. So the process of defining entails the recognition of boundaries and limitations, which crystallizes an objective. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, the planetary archetype that is traditionally associated with boundaries. Before telescopes, Saturn was the furthest planet visible to the naked eye and therefore came to be identified with boundaries, limitations, and endings. Consequently, Saturn is also related to the limits and structure of our physical reality, skin, hair, and bones. So think of like the bones of a tree is all that's left after all the leaves have fallen off. Starting most noticeably with the Saturn return around the age of 29, the major Saturn cycles in our lives coincide with the rites of passage that lead to new levels of maturity. Therefore, Saturn is aligned with aging, milestones, and taking on the mantle of responsibility. Saturn is also associated with the concepts of time. His older Greek equivalent was the god Kronos, who was the personification of time itself. Capricorn is connected to the archetype of Senex, the wise old man, or the elder, which also exemplifies the archetype of the crone. The Cailleach, the old woman of winter from the Gaelic islands, as well as Hecate, the crone goddess of the crossroads, especially relate to Capricorn. So it's interesting that the Hecate is associated with Capricorn because we are kind of at this crossroads at a beginning of the year. What are you leaving behind? Where do you want to go? In which direction do you want to go? I don't think I'll read any more from that. I do highly recommend this book, however, and I also wanted to show you the Moonology Oracle cards by Yasmin Boland. She also has a wonderful moon diary out and a new deck coming out, and I just want to share all these different perspectives of Capricorn because maybe you will relate to one of these description of Capricorn compared to what you've already received in the Just a Phase Moon Planner. So this one specifically is the new moon in Capricorn, and her keywords here are, or key phrase here is, your hard work is paying off. She says, first and foremost, this card suggests a new start for you professionally. So Capricorn does have this like career mode kind of energy surrounding it. Whatever has been going on in your working life, this card heralds the start of a new and improved work cycle. And at the time of the new year, a lot of us are setting our sights on a new career, you might be setting intentions or resolutions around budgeting or dieting, or this is very like anything that the earth element is physical and tangible. So anything that like you can physically touch, like money or physical objects, career, that sort of thing. If you're unhappy in your current job, this is the time to enter. This is the time to either renegotiate your position or look for something new. Whatever your question, whether work-related or otherwise, a new plan and strategy is called for. You need to take a look at the long term and think about where you want to be in 12 months or even 5 years' time. Capricorn is the sign of ambition, building, and hard work. The energy is solid and rigid. The new moon in Capricorn is a powerful lunation that comes towards the end of each year and marks arguably the best moment annually to make a list of your hopes, dreams, ambitions, and intentions for the year ahead. Pulling this card anytime suggests that with planning and discipline, you can achieve whatever you You can achieve whatever you set your mind to. And that is like the big energy of this year. It's the big energy of the new year in general. So that's why it's so perfect. It's always around this time. Last year it was I want to say it was on the 15th of December, but I could be wrong about that. So going back to your Just a Phase moon planner, there's obviously more information about Capricorn energy, but also just a reminder that Mercury is in, Mercury, Venus, and Pluto. And I believe Venus is going direct. Oh no, it is in retrograde. So it's not going direct this month. That's what I was going to say, but it's not. I've got a cat bothering me. Please don't scratch me. So it's like that, and I think the Venus energy is going to be really big for us. I think, and from what I've been learning from other astrologers and everything, the Venus retrograde is it's going to be kind of like a make or break kind of thing. It could deepen your relationships, can help you find new ones, and that sort of thing. And I've really noticed that in my personal life. I've been with my partner for 20 years, which is just so crazy to say out loud, but I can kind of see how it is deepening. This time has been deepening, and it's very profound to have it just like that energy just happen and coincide with the Venus retrograde. So I've noticed that energy as well. Mercury in Capricorn, I think, is just going to help us speak clearly and have boundaries and have things be clear and precise, and how we can tap into this energy is, I personally like for Mercury energy to either vocally say out loud what your intentions are for this new moon, or to write them down. We'll go more into the word of the year, I think, when we do our live hangout together and setting intentions. But I hope that this video helps you kind of tap into that Capricorn energy. If you have any questions, we're going to come back tomorrow, and it will just be a shorter, quick video. And I think that's kind of how the rest of the Follow the Moon challenge will go, is we'll have like one longer video, and then the next video will be about doing the mantra, so that you're able to start your day off connecting to that elemental energy and follow the moon that way. Again, I will be hanging out with you live, so I don't know, it's weird to be watching myself, but I hope that you're excited about this challenge. I hope that you're ready to connect to this energy, connect to the moon, because I think it's made a very profound difference in my life. And I don't know if anybody in the Just a Phase planner group that has been with us through 2021 wants to share their experience, but I have noticed changes in your life, and I want to congratulate you for following the moon for an entire year. If you haven't been already doing it already, I've seen your commitment. I've seen the wonderful changes that have happened in your life throughout this year, and they all seem pretty good to me. And I thank you for being here. Thank you for committing to this challenge again and to another Just a Phase planner year, and we'll see you tomorrow.